Israeli ceasefire with Iran. And this includes a strike on the southern city of Tyre after Israel issued forced evacuation threats to people living there. Israel's attacks and expanding invasion in the south of Lebanon has forced 1.2 million people from their homes. And overnight, Israeli airstrikes killed at least 8 people in the coastal city of Sidon. That's also in the south of Lebanon. All right, we've got correspondents in Tyre in Lebanon, in Ramallah, in Washington, D.C. But first, let's go to Beirut, to Heidi Pett, who's standing by for us there. So, Heidi, just give us the very latest of the situation on the ground. We've seen widespread devastation.
Yes, the Israeli military launched what they said were hundreds of strikes. Lebanon, I'm just being often moved by people here on the trying to clear the damage from another one of the Israeli airstrikes. This one is in central Beirut. It came without warning. I'm very sorry, guys. I've been asked by the Lebanese army to move my camera and stop broadcasting. I'll try and come back to you soon.
Well, I'll be back to you in a sec. Appreciate that. Let's speak to Baida Hito, who's live in Tyre in southern Lebanon, which has also been bearing the brunt, of course, of Israeli attacks with wide-scale forced evacuations and ongoing targeting. So, Baida, just tell us what's been happening lately.
Well, after that massive strike that hit around 2 hours ago, there have been some follow-up strikes. There was a vehicle just outside the city of Tyre that was targeted. 2 people reportedly killed in that strike. There was also a separate strike in the coastal town of Hulayla. This is on the front line where up until this ceasefire was announced, Hezbollah forces and Israeli forces were facing off in a very intense firefight over the last several weeks. Hezbollah trying to hold their positions, Israel trying to push forward. And after these strikes, the sense here is that Lebanon is definitely outside of the scope of this ceasefire. At least this is how people are understanding it. Here in Tyre, some people were hoping to be able to reunite with their families after the ceasefire was announced overnight, but those hopes have now been shattered following this wide-scale attack that Israel Katz is comparing to the pager attack that took place here in Lebanon. Hundreds of casualties across the country. I understand from local officials that there are some young men in the town of Mansouriya, also on this coastal area leading up to the Israeli border, that are still stuck in the town following an Israeli airstrike. They're calling on the Red Cross and other medical personnel to try and reach them and actually get them out of harm's way. And we're going to keep you updated on how things develop here as the jets and drones continue to fly around southern Lebanon.
Well, thanks. Back to Beirut, Heidi Pett is there. So, Heidi, you were telling us about the situation there in Beirut and how it's been very heavily targeted.
Yes, the Israeli military launched what it said were 100 airstrikes at multiple locations across Lebanon within the span of 10 minutes. I am on the scene of one of them in central Beirut. These strikes, I must stress, they came without warning. They came at a moment of confusion across Lebanon as to whether regional ceasefire applied here. We had, statements from the Pakistani Prime Minister. Pakistan had been key to the negotiations between the US and Iran, saying that it should apply. And then at 6 a.m. local time, we had the Israeli Prime Minister saying that no, the ceasefire did not apply here in Lebanon. And the Israeli military has made that abundantly clear this afternoon. This is one of the most devastating days of the war in Lebanon. We are having mass casualty events declared at multiple hospitals. Authorities here are calling for doctors, nurses, with anyone with medical experience to go to the locations. This one here in central Beirut, the devastation is extraordinary. Okay, I apologize. So something has changed here on the location. The Lebanese army is once again asking me to move as they try to clear this site, one of multiple across Beirut, where the Israeli army has destroyed buildings, residential towers. We don't yet know the death toll here in Beirut, but it is sure to be devastating.
All right, Heidi, you can find yourself a spot you can speak to us, and we'll come back to you a little bit later. In the meantime, back to Tyre in southern Lebanon. Baida Hito is there. And Baida, we were watching pictures earlier in the day of people actually returning home to their homes in the south of Lebanon. But what are the implications for that now?
Well, now, Lebanese officials as well as Hezbollah have both released statements warning people to be patient and show restraint, to delay their return to these southern areas in Lebanon. Even if people were going to try and come back to these southern parts of the country, the main bridges that connect the north and south of the country, crossing over the Litani River, have been systematically destroyed and damaged over the last 6 weeks. There's been intense airstrikes all throughout the southern part of the country, destroying very critical infrastructure, including electricity, water supply stations, roads, causing significant damage to residential neighborhoods. The situation is unstable here in the south, and if people are going to actually have any hope of being able to come back, they need to be sure that these kinds of attacks aren't going to happen. Until now, it's not clear when and if that's actually going to happen. Israel actually announced that they launched a new operation here in Lebanon, calling it Eternal Darkness, and committing to continuing to strike Hezbollah, warning civilians and Lebanese citizens to stay away from members of Hezbollah or other infrastructure related to Hezbollah. Now, the attacks that happened today throughout the country, over 100 strikes throughout the country, they've targeted what Israel says are Hezbollah soldiers, Hezbollah facilities, depots, weapons depots, homes that are being used by members of Hezbollah. But what is the actual distinction between a home being used by a member of Hezbollah or somebody's relative, or just being in the same neighborhood? Some of the places, as Heidi mentioned, were targeted without being warned. Israel has this habit over the last 6 weeks. They've been doing it. We've seen them do this in other wars, in Gaza and other locations as well, identifying specific buildings or neighborhoods or entire regions and warning people beforehand. But what we saw this time, is that it didn't matter whether a specific location was warned or not. The places that were targeted, in many cases during the strikes today, were not previously warned, and there were no evacuation warnings for those areas. So this was, in many words, a surprise attack. Even I think the Israelis described it as a surprise attack, and it's something that's shaking the core of Lebanese society. As Heidi mentioned, hospitals are filled. You also mentioned that there are calls for doctors to come and help out in the hospitals that are overflowing with patients, people injured in these strikes in very densely populated neighborhoods in Beirut, as well as places here in Tyre, the locations that were targeted. Still civilians living here, only about 20,000 people still here, but those are still civilians living in their homes, women and children. I spoke to a few people within the last couple of hours, and they are extremely concerned. They're concerned about some relatives that are still living.
Guys,
here
good.
parts of the country.
Some people watching me, can you just say hi? Or if you're watching me on YouTube, can you just say hi on the YouTube channel?
That there really isn't.
So let me know if you can hear me properly. We're actually on live market this afternoon. It's a very
sits in the north of the country.
we are on a live market this afternoon.
To the entire and southern Lebanon. Thank you.
So we have our exclusive traders on the Zoom.
Israel seems determined to continue on.
Okay, so you can hear me, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you from here.
So, okay, perfect, yeah.
Well, it ties in because it could do one of two things.
So we have
told Israeli Prime Minister at the very
okay.
least.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Wow, I didn't even know that people can. People are actually on the YouTube here to watch me. To be honest, you guys should just forgive me. I have a very bad attitude. I'm not really a social media person, so because I already have a companies I'm working for, so I'm kind of busy. I don't always have time to, because for me to start building social media, YouTube, being on consistently on the internet every day, it means I have to create that time. But I'm trying to know if possibility of building this community strongly. Maybe I can have a routine or at least maybe once a day, I'll be on YouTube live every day. Maybe even if it's 1 hour YouTube live every day, I think it will help. Yeah, so just pardon me for that. It's been my own schedules because of a lot of work I'm into. Yeah. So we have media has aborted due to eruption problem because of the media features. Okay, so we have a live trading coming up in the next 15 minutes, and we are focusing on what the world is doing. You see what is happening on oil market. You see the news happening here and there. So these are the area that we are focusing as I speak. These are the areas we are focusing. The price of oil just came down very massively today, and in fact, it came down last night when we were sleeping. So we made some profit, but we lost some because we were buying, we were selling. No, we are buying, then the price crash. We know that it's gonna be. We know that it will crash if the peace deal is not announced, but they did not announce the peace deal until we close until that 8 p.m. when we close. So until around 6 p.m. when we close. So as because they did not announce it, we did not really. We have to go to bed. I went to bed around almost 12 p.m. Did not announce anything as well. So because of that, so only for us to wake up in this morning, they said they have announced peace, like ceasefire, that the market just crashed. In fact, the market jumped. You see how it jumped. So you see how the market closes at 109, okay, 1110, but opened at 108. You see how it jumped. So that's the thing. We wanted to know, had people were watching it and hear that ceasefire, or we see when Donald Trump announced it, Iran ceasefire, then we could have just like close our buy and start selling massively. So that's what actually happened. But now we're also gonna check what inventory report is gonna bring and see how far we can trade with it on inventory report. So it's coming up in the next 15 okay, in the next 15 minutes. So but what the world is talking about now is no more inventory because the supply and demand is going like interchange because demand is already high and people have already sell out. Yeah, and people will still buy more as the price is also very low. So that's it. For those of you that are new, if you are on YouTube, you can ask me any question. I'll be able to answer you. Especially now that we don't have much big number, you can be able to like answer. So I'm also getting some sponsors of my program. This is my sponsor. This sponsor. Yeah, I'm doing well. Yes, sir, we can hear you. Okay, I'm doing well. Someone say, how are you? Good. That's Israel I'm from. It's like you guys are constantly on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Live feature trading. And I could see some of the guys on live. That means I have to upgrade myself. Maybe I will talk with my manager to see if there's a way I can be having maybe 1 hour streaming every day in the afternoon time. Like 1 hour streaming every day in the afternoon time. It will really help. Yeah. One hour streaming every day. It's most likely gonna help. It is gonna help, man. So we'll fight so hard to see how we can make a progressive recovery. Yeah, we have had about how many trade? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have had about 9 threads, then we lost 3 and gain 6. But we still have some thread that is also currently gaining. I think I have to close this one now to see what the vet report is going to bring for us. I've closed that one. So if I close it now, that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's more than that. What am I even counting? Sorry. Let me take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've had about 10 thread. Then we lost 3 and gained them. So my AI say dominant market analysis. Oh, I wanted to see what my AI is talking about because my AI monitors my trade and tell me what I'm doing. It's called my guardian angel. Oh, it just as I close the trade, it just flashed something. Unfortunately, I cannot share this thing to you because of it's a live account. We don't share this type of things on the public. Yeah, I wanted to see what the angel is, the guardian angel is it was talking about. Maybe it tells me how I'm trading. Okay, that I'm doing well, I'm not doing well. This trade is better or it's not better. That's how it goes. Yeah. Breaking news. Mm. We're following some breaking news outcome to see. But what's happening is that as the ceasefire just happened now, does not mean that it is the absolute. The market can still go up. Somebody said yes, I saw it yesterday. So let's go up as well. Um, okay, back to the business. So we are having about we're having about 1.9 million. They're expecting about 10.1 million shortage of supply, like today. Yeah, which is most likely, and we don't really know what's gonna be the major impact here. So we don't know what's gonna be the major impact. And in the next 20 minutes, another report is gonna be out. Sorry, let me bring out another phone, guys. Yeah. So these are the information we have now. We're expecting it in the next 7 minutes. We're gonna have this thing. So as I speak, we have done 10 trades this week. We have gained 7 and lost 3. And this trade we lost it because of I was online when I even went to sleep. I was following the news back to back, trying to see if Donald Trump gonna strike Iran or not, if they're gonna have peace deal. Only for me to wake up in the morning, see that they had the peace deal in at night. But we gained some trade anyway, but we still lost some. Some of 3 of our trade closed at a loss because of that. Because we are buying on the 2 occasions. If Iran keep refusing the peace deal, of course the bombing will continue and the market will continue going up. But if they announce a peace deal, the market will drop. So we are following up, trying to see if the peace deal is going to be announced or not. So it wasn't announced on time during our own time. Then it was announced in the midnight. So This call for a serious attention to we that are trading. So if you check my life now, I'm trying to schedule my life more where I'll be following more of the American time zone because sometimes when we are sleeping here, it's actually their own time. So we can be knowing what is happening on time with them. I could have made more money now than I did. I could have made a lot of money because I know that once Iran and I agree on the peace deal, it will definitely going to affect the market. The market will go down. That's what's happening. That the market came down. So we have gained some of the trade, and we're still going to get more. So the market came down. It's really down about 2,000 people. About 2,000 people. So we have gained some of the trade. We're still going to get more. But now there's going to be another news coming up. That's in the next 6 minutes, we'll talk about the crude oil inventory. Yeah. So those of you that are watching me on the YouTube, in case you want to join us, it can be, and you are a new person, you are like a beginner. I'm not saying you are young, a beginner. You could be able to register and get funded capital. We don't always encourage beginners to start trading their own account. I mean, with their own real money. For me, it does not make sense again. If you're a beginner, that's the truth. If you're a beginner, it does not make sense again to trade your own account. Like you want to learn. Even before, I don't even know, system has just changed. Before, if you want to learn this forest of it, you use demo. People are no more interested in demo account again. So because of that, there are a lot of funded programs we have collaborated with, so we can provide you capital to learn how to trade. And the good news is that you can withdraw profit. If somebody giving you a capital and they give you access to withdraw the profit, I don't know what else you're looking for. Because it's almost like giving you real cash. One, of course, nobody can give you real cash into your bank account. You definitely know that you run away with it. So we can provide you capital to trade, and you can access up to $100,000 capital to use it to trade. And while you are learning, if you don't want it, you can use the demo account to learn. So that is, but now let's say now you also have a capital and you want to be making more money. Instead of that, we have a partner, Ava Trade and GFT Ava. They does automated trading account, and it's good for you and also good for um, people that are working, busy clients, but they know how to trade, but they are busy, they know the business. So they can automate their trading here through a multi-account management system where you can be duplicating most of our own trade or other people's trade, but we encourage our students to duplicate our own. Yeah, so that we know how we are performing. So you'll be making more money. You'll be making money while copying or duplicating. It's not a forest copy. That's why I don't want to use the word forest copy. It's the automated trading platform, MT5 automated trading platform that automates your account and you can be able to duplicate a trading done by the company. Understand? You duplicate a trade done by the company. Some of you have been following individual trading, but you have never for once followed a company. For example, there are a lot of big hedge funds in the United States and big hedge funds in the UK. Google them, you see them. Imagine them giving you access to follow their trade. So just imagine they give you access. I don't know why. Maybe if it's because of regulation, most of these companies are not really popular as the brokers are popular, but they actually control a lot of volume. One of the ones last year made their tax was $407 million tax. I mean that they make a lot of money for them to pay their tax. But they're not just popular. Brokers are always the one making all the noises. Big guys are not popular like that. I don't know. Maybe it could be regulation, try to restrict them or something. So imagine you copying their thread. So this is one of the company could be able to copy their thread automatically through their platform, through MAP. Not copy thread. Copy thread is not a brokerage thing. That copy thread is like a social thread where you could be even copying your neighbor. Yeah, that's copy thread. But this is a company giving you access to their strategy to duplicate it automatically to your account. So as you're learning, it can be able to duplicate these things automatically to your account and make profit the way they are making profit. Yeah, but they have some limitation. Assuming you don't have good amount of capital, you may not be able to duplicate all their strategies. Then for those of you that want to learn, this is our own where you can be able to learn properly. So back to the situation on ground now. The market is ranging up and down, and we're also checking the breaking news to see if it's gonna something gonna change. We heard that Iran is gonna allow the passage of goods and trade and other things at the Strait of Hormuz for more 2 weeks, which will be a very good time for a lot of shipping to pass through. So even though the market will go up, it may go up later. And a lot of world leaders are commenting on it, like believing that it will be a stepping stone for a lasting peace. Maybe before that 2 weeks, they may have another agreement to extend it again. Before you know what's happening, the situation will calm down and the war will cease. Do you understand? So, and if it ceases, the oil price may drop further to around 80 something. So it may drop further to 80 something. Yeah. So it was painful for me because I was expecting to sell, but I was not getting the breaking news on time until I went to bed. They announced it in midnight, but I sold later and I made some profit as well. So if you follow us, you'll be able to see them. So in the next 1 minute now, inventory report will be out. Look at the inventory report. It's going to be out in the next 47 seconds. In the next 47 seconds. So it's going to be out here, and we'll see what's going to be the outcome. Let me open the EIA website because the information come from EIA direct. Look at the EIA website to see. But we're not gonna use inventory report to talk because I don't think it will impact the market, because even though there are more supply, people will still want to buy all of them. Because there have been consistently more supply this time around. If there are more supply, people will still want to buy all of them. Yeah. So if you have a question, just feel free to ask me the question, guys. Yeah, so it's coming now. New report. There's increase of 3.1 million barrel. This increase means a signal more sell, but as you know, that is not one of the things we are using to trade, but it's just what I have to announce to you. There's a kind of an increase of 3.5 million. So a signal sell, it most likely means that the market may experience more sharp drop. So if you are selling, yeah, I'm just opening some trade already. Wow, these guys, they are charging spread. Their spread these days is so mad, so madly high. All these brokers. Mm. Even if always make sure you put a stop loss, but a stop loss these days have to be a little bit high because of too much of volatility. So too much of volatility. We're expecting 700 pips down. Yeah. We're expecting for trading. What is pushing the market these days is the war between America and Iran. So it came down because of the peace deal. You see how the market just crashed. So last 2 weeks we captured the other one. We will make a good amount of profit. So if you're following our trade, you're most likely gonna do well. If you're following our trade, you're most likely gonna do well. But you still have to make sure you maintain a very good amount of equity. Yes. So some of you are already on the Zoom meeting, on the Zoom link here with me. So do you have any question, any comment? I'll be able to answer you guys. You see how we have been consistently supply is the meaning that other people are selling their oil at a higher value and they're making a lot of money. And at the same time, I still want to push back to the news because news is more important to me now, because if you check all the world leaders, they said they're welcoming the peace deal and nobody will know what's going to happen next. And from the signal they were getting, they don't want that war to continue. They want it to be the end of the process of ending the war. And if the Strait of Hormuz is going to continuously open for trading, that means the price will be stabilized, the world economy will be stabilized, and it will continue to be like that. So gold, of course, gold went up seriously because of that news. But the volume of gold is not high. Like I told you guys, if you claim it to be a forex trader and you don't understand oil, you're just wasting your time because oil controls all the stock market. Everything you trade, oil control all of them. Oil control currency, oil controls gold, oil control every one of them. So if you understand the energy market and policies, and you'll be able to track currencies properly. This is an evidence to tell you that oil controls the world economy, not every other thing. It is the major factor that controls the world economy. Yeah. So any question, guys? So let me. I will leave you in the next in the next 27 minutes. I will leave you because I have some VIP session coming up. Yeah, exactly. Because these guys are the one trading, and I'm so sorry. They are the one trading. You guys, some of you are not trading at all. It's just to join and maybe listen to me and go. So I don't really pay attention to you people much like that. Yeah. Somebody said, I heard on Q bring on board platform with legit. Yeah, so you can lose money if you're not trading, if you're not hedging an account, then you can lose all your money. It's always like that because of one of the things about why good hedging is there is to prevent you from losing account. For the fact that there's no platform that will safeguard you as long as it's leverage product, it definitely have to, it definitely will blow account. There's no way. That's the truth. That's one thing some of you have not really absorbed. Once it's trading, you can lose all your money if you're not hedging or if you're not using a proper risk management. Also, depending on the account you're following. For example, now let's say you have $100 account or $200 account and you are following an account of 10,000. That person may just use big lot size. So that's why hedging is very, very important. Yeah. Psychologically, that's how people think. Maybe if maybe a new broker coming, that broker will not be the same. The market risk is the same. Whether once it's leverage product, the only investment product that will not blow account is a mutual fund, treasury bill, which other one? Those low risk, high risk account. Unless if you are hedging. If you are hedging, you will not lose your account.
Mr.
Also, okay, yeah, somebody's talking to me.
Mr. Uche.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. So,
okay, is it Felix?
yes, sir. So, like we've told you before now, the reason why we are not trading now, we're waiting for you. I hope you have not forgotten us, sir.
Yeah. So we are introducing a new funding program. We are discussing with some of funding companies so that we can be able to provide. That we don't have our own platform, so we use different platforms to provide them. Do you understand? So we're not interested to own a platform. We are not interested on that thing. So
Okay, so we're waiting.
Yeah. So maybe this week or early next week we'll be able to start to conclude on the deal. Then we can reach out to you. We have gotten some email from them, and we are also conversating with them.
Okay, sir. So, that's the first question. Second question is, for those of us that is following you on MT5, that's copying your trade, can such account be hedged, or it has to be on GFT?
Yeah, it's only on GFT that you can hedge. Yeah, if your account is empty or on normal MT5 platform, you cannot hedge because MT5 does not allow hedging. It's only leverage. MT5 can only give you leverage and margin. It's margin and leverage trading, so it doesn't have any other risk management to it apart from stop loss. So the only advantage of GFT hedging is to prevent capital loss. That's the only advantage. Anyone that does not put hedging have chances of losing money in terms of risk management, or unless maybe now that we have our own portfolio now, we are very careful in trading. Maybe our stop loss can prevent you from losing because we have a lower risk measure. Do you understand? But if you're not hedging, the risk of trading is the same thing. The risk of trading is the same thing.
So, but sir, I would have loved to hedge account with GFT, but my fear is the platform. It's always going down.
No. Don't use web trader. I'm talking about MT5. You can hedge MT5 on gold, not web trader.
Yeah.
Yeah. All account now we're trading now on our own system is on MT5, and we are hedging most of them. Do you understand? GFT Alpha is the only platform that that retail investors can use to trade without losing capital if they hedge. Understand? No, people can get you only halfway if they hedge. That's the only advantage of it. But for example, people that has good amount of money, there's no need of exposing all of them to high risk. You don't understand, like exposing all of them to trading. Then they can hedge. That's how these big companies are hedging. That's why they are in the market. They always hedge.
Okay, so sir, my last question is, if we open an account on GFT Ava to hedge, can we still use that same account to copy your own trading?
Yeah, sure. Why are you asking this question, Felix? You've been here for 1 year, so you don't know how the system works.
So my challenge was this. Maybe I've not been understanding you all along. You know, I have an account with GFT Ava that I was hedging initially. Do you understand? But I was not satisfied with the rate of return. The trade was not doing well. Then I now open an account with your own, copying your own trade. Do you understand? But that one was not hedged. So, but I'm looking at a situation where I can have an account that is hedged, and at the same time, I can copy your own trade. I didn't know that was available since.
Yeah, it's available. We advise or encourage. Okay, I won't use the word advice. We encourage everyone to hedge, but it's up to the person not to. You don't understand? We encourage everyone to hedge their account because that's the only way you could like control the risk. Of course, make dual profit. Yeah. Anyone coming to us, we always encourage them to hedge. Do you understand?
Maybe I should explore that option now.
Sorry?
I said maybe I should explore that option now where I can hedge and also copy your own trade.
Yeah, do it as soon as possible. If possible, since you're already on trading, you can do if you can do it today, you can do it today, so that you could hedge. We always encourage our listen today because that is the only reason that make them different. Otherwise, if they remove that hedging, they are just like the same thing with other brokers. If the broker like let it be owned by Tinubu or Donald Trump, it's the same. Brokers are all the same. Unless a broker that has another risk management measure, such as hedging. So do you understand? Yeah. That's the only thing that can make a broker different. Or another thing, or another platform, like some brokers now, they have multi-asset now that you can do iShare, you can buy normal stock without leverage, you can do which other one? I think some broker even offer fixed income now. So on that note now, those one doesn't have leverage, but you cannot put money in there. Just that profit will not be much. You can do it for like 1 year. Like that they always project for a long time. So some of those brokers, those multi-asset brokers now, that's the only option. Otherwise, so if they remove those other features they have added, platform is the same platform. It doesn't matter who owns it. People can still lose capital if they're not hedging.
So, Mr. Uche, I think I should have a session with you. I don't know when you'll be free. Maybe not today, Sha. So that I can understand, we can set up this account.
Yeah, you just chat us up so we can book a time with you. In the next 20 minutes, I have a VIP session. Next 20 minutes. Then I think by 5, I have another VIP session. By 6 o'clock is free. I don't know, around 9, 10, 11, we used to connect to Australia and the Canadian people. Then we talk to them there. But just chat us up. We can book a session with you anytime, maybe either tonight or early morning. Early morning is relatively free tomorrow, which is Thursday. We used to be a little bit free on Thursday.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I have one question, sir.
Okay.
On this area of hedging, I really want to understand practically how hedging helps us from losses. I understand that it helps, but I want to really understand how it helps. And do we have any profit by hedging?
Yes, how hedging work? Let's say you have $10,000 account. Like let's say you have $10,000 to trade with. So instead of you to put all of them into trading, do you understand? Then you can
Yes.
put maybe 30% into hedging. You can hedge it with 30% and use that 70% for trading. Now, so it means 30% is hedging on gold, which is gold futures without leverage. And 70% is on trading, which part of that 70%, part of it will go into margin, part of it will go into free margin, part of it will go into equity. Those ones are the one
Yes, sir.
that is now trading on aggressive CFD.
Okay,
So
sir.
now, gold will usually go up than falling. It is this recent time that gold came down because of the Iran war. So now that gold is even down, that's even best time to hedge. Now, let's say now you hedge it. Last 2 or 3 years, gold has been going with 0.2% profit per day. Go and check it. The fact is there. So when the gold price goes up, the $30,000 value goes up. Last year, we gained up to 70% return on gold. No trading, just like that. Let's say $10,000 become $17,000 on gold. So now, when you keep hedging it like that, the price, as the price of gold keep going up, that $10,000 will be going up at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
for example, now let's say you have made some profit. Yeah, $7,000 has become 10,000 or 15,000. Instead of you to expose all of them to trading, you could mop it and hedge part of it back to gold because gold is
Okay.
giving more
Okay.
profit. Yeah. Now let's say maybe the gold has given you a lot of profit. You want to move some of them, some of the profit back to trading. Then you could move some profit from gold back to your trading. That is hedging. Do you
Okay.
understand that? Yeah. So
Yes,
you could
sir.
make profit on the gold side, but now it help to regulate losses. Like it help to help you control your risk. That is one beauty and one advantage of it.
Okay,
It helps
sir.
you to control your risk, not to expose you. Let me tell you something that some companies I know now that some of them even hedge up to 70% of their money on gold. There isn't only 30% to trade. Yeah, some people I know, yeah, up to 70% of their money is already hedging. Only 30% is
Okay.
exposed to trading.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because it helps to control
Yeah.
risk. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Then um, you can now also make chances of making profit. Let me know if I can share this screen with you and explain to you how it works. So even as a manual trader, you can see hedge. But the funny thing is that the product available to retailers doesn't give them that risk management exposure like that much. So rather it exposes them to high degree of losses. That's the truth. So many retailers lose money a lot because of they don't have any option to hedge. Rather, what they have an option is um, they have option for more. Either you make profit or you make losses. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Mm. But all the big companies, if you check them, why they are in the market more because of ability to hedge. Now look at how it works. This is, for example, now let's say you have $10,000 for depositing. Let's say 10,000, for example. Then
Yes.
you said the account that you're putting in. So instead of putting all of them to trading account, this
Mm.
$10,000 now go into your MT5 account. So you can hedge it. Maybe you can put 4,000 for hedging, and you put 6,000 into trading. Then maybe
Okay.
you can even from here and hedge the entire money into gold, which
Okay.
can be giving you, like if you check the gold market, you don't need to check it from here. If you check the gold market, the information is there on the internet. Check the gold market performance. You see how it has performed almost every day. Gold goes up more, apart from this 3 or 4 weeks now that the price came down. So gold goes up more. For the past almost like 5 years now, gold has not dropped. Since pandemic, it always going up because it is used for hedging. Then on that note, there are chances that this money will add more value by at the end of the day because you're just hedging part of your money into gold. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Or maybe you can come here and say okay, 50-50, maybe 50% into trading, 50% we hedge. It's much,
Yes, sir.
much better than when you put a stop loss. Stop loss is not hedging. Of course, you see what is
Okay.
happening in the market. You see what is happening in the market where you put a stop loss, broker can remove the stop loss or can
Yes.
increase the margin. Stop loss can be much bigger than what you expected. If you're hedging it, even if you remove your stop loss, it does not affect you at all. Then you still come back again because your account is already hedged. That is the only beauty of it.
Okay, sir.
Mm. Someone sent me a question. Let me read the question.
I still have
Uh,
one question after this.
a percentage of your capital will be hedged. The remaining will be yeah. So you can hedge it. Okay, just ask a question again. You say you have more one question.
My last question is that since I registered as a student and I was given 1,000 for trading foundation, since then my account has not been set up. I'd asked questions on it through the chat and said
I
soon.
can't set up. I can't. Sorry to interrupt you. I can't set up here immediately. Once you say in our trading school, probably you have not paid attention to it. Or once you stop that account, they fund it immediately to you. So it is you that will have to check your email, get your candidates and log in. I know that one. That one was automatically. Once you register, automatically it goes to you immediately.
Yes,
So
I
if
saw
it
it, sir.
Then when you log in, you see the balance, you see everything. That's account setup.
Okay.
Then now, what I'm even expected to ask, you could ask question like trading. I've not been trading it, but it's not that it has not been set up.
That's the thing. That's the thing, sir. I'm so sorry.
So now, so trading is now when you could be practice when we make analysis and post it on our Telegram. You could copy those analysis and make some trade by yourself and see how it works. Or you could, if you are not capable of making trade, you could chat us. Oh, I want to pick this trade you guys posted. So how do I do that? Then we can help you. Then from there you are practicing it and you're able to use it to come up successful. Then two is now if you are confused, you don't know how to trade much. You could also book like a private session where we now show you how you can be able to trade. You don't understand, like
Okay,
you have
sir.
to like
Yes,
push
sir.
harder to be able to trade those accounts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's how it works. Then
It's
from
okay,
there,
sir.
you'll be picking. Always force yourself to pick those analysis and trade. If you're not trading, you won't be able to know much
Yes,
about all
sir.
these things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm,
Exactly. Thank you so
mm.
much. Really helpful.
Yep. So guys, let me check the market again. I have about 9 minutes or less than 9 minutes for us to leave here. Let me check what the market is doing. Okay, let me go on daily chart. Wow, you see how the market jumped? You see for the first time within the day that the market jumped because this is where it was when we close and go, and we were expecting news. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen with you. I'm so sorry, guys. And you don't want to even interrupt me that I'm not sharing the screen. Kind of, you see how this market jumped from here? You see, very big jump. Because I was online the whole night until I started feeling asleep. I said, okay, let me go. Like they will talk about it again, only for them to announce ceasefire four. Let's I think I was having a terrible internet. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
So I was explaining how this market jumped. Did you see how this market jumped? Like the market closes at 104. That's just the day, not even weekend, and open at 94. You see a big jump. Now, what happened here is this. Because we waited till midnight before we go to sleep, waiting for this thing to happen, but it didn't happen. Now, what happened here is this. Assuming you put a stop loss on this trade and this market jump, your stop loss will not be triggered. So the broker will close their stop loss at the next market area, which is most likely maybe around this 91. And what is the gap between this and the gap between this stop loss and this entry will be the major problem why sometimes you may lose all your money. Do you understand? You may lose all your money. There's one lady that was sharing that she lost all her $400,000 account was lost because of that time. Because 3 weeks ago when there was this Donald Trump, when the war started, the market jumped. So she put her stop loss, but the market jumped more than 2,000 people on different market. All the market jumped, all of them jumped. So she's not really with her, but I saw it when she posted it on a forum. Then so the market jumped to this point, and so she lost almost. She lost. She lost her account. Now she's trying to know whether she can recover. Yeah, that's how it works. But because of that, stop loss is only technical. It does not reflect entirely on the market price. Because if market price open at a different price, broker is gonna open you at that price which the market price open, and of course, your stop loss will not be triggered again. Yeah. So let me know if you have any other questions. So I have 4 minutes to let you guys go, then I can switch to another meeting. And those of you that are already with us, you want to upgrade your training, we could also give you a discount. Assuming you pay for 1 month and it has elapsed and you want to continue, then we can give you a discount. Okay, so guys, I have to let you go now. It's been a wonderful section, very wonderful session. So I have to let you go now. If you have any question again, please you can contact us on WhatsApp. We'll be able to answer you. And even if there's any opportunity we will still have to let you know about those opportunities and how you can benefit. We are following the situation. You can see now about 3.1 million barrel supply, but like I told you, that's not the reason why the market is doing the way it's doing. The reason is because of what is happening already in the world, but we'll be following it up to see how far. But remember one thing, our strategy must not change extensively. And I told you guys, if you're trading, always make sure these days, always make sure you put take profit and stop loss. Because market can go down, it can go up at any time, so that you make profit and later the market will reverse heavily and take back your profit as well. So see you guys and do have a very good working day.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.